Hey guys, Kevpert here. Today I'm doing episode 2 of my Rocket League trainer series, and I'll show you how to practice WallPowerclears. It's a relatively unknown skill, but it's tremendously useful at high levels because it lets your team get out of pressure in 2s and 3s. Here's a great example of Remco doing this in our LCS League play. Here's another example in the same game with Flark doing this. So I've designed about 25 shots for this episode that'll test your timing and skills, but first let me teach you how these work. To do a wall power clear, you have to hit the ball right after it bounces, and there's two ways of doing this. The first type is jumping and immediately flipping at the ball to catch it off the bounce. The timing's pretty difficult, things are moving pretty fast, but if you hit this as close to the wall as possible, you'll get more power. The second type is used when you're too late to do the first type. And the only way to hit the ball is to jump early off the wall and hit the ball further out from the wall. So here, I jump, angle my car outwards, and front flip to hit the ball. The timing is much more difficult on this one. So, just like my turning clears, I've built 25 shots with built-in variation to make a game light so that you can tailor your technique to different situations. Just like last time, download links in the description, also available on RocketLeagueTrainer.com. The first 15 shots are all simple power clears off the back and side walls. So for these shots, I'm going to give you a few tips. Tip number 1 is side flips work the best. So make sure to create at least a slight angle of approach like I do here, and then use a side flip. Now this is because side flips, when used immediately, pull you away from the wall. For front flips, they require you to tilt outwards before that can happen. So that leads us into tip number 2. If you're going to be late to the ball, jump off the wall early to hit the ball later off of the bounce. So here I just do a little arrow, and then I'm able to hit that into the corner. Tip number 3 is manufacture a greater angle of approach. So for each of these, watch how I turn my car to get a little more of an angle before moving into a side flip. The flatter the angle, the easier the hit. So tip number 4 is to work on timing, use WallPowerclears 1, 2, and 3. Now sometimes you're on the wall early, so you need to be able to slow down so that you have room to speed up for a power clear. And the timing of that can be very difficult. Now we'll move on to corner wall power clears, which are extremely useful in preventing getting stuck in defensive rotation in 3s by clearing the ball before it comes around the corner. So again, very similar to a previous tip, manufacture that angle. You may have to drive towards the goal and then back towards the ball like I did there. So here's another example where you have to jump off early to get the hit. So some of these might seem like they're out of your range, but they're definitely all doable. So I'm going to let this clip run on and say thank you for watching, and to all the mid to high level players out there, hopefully you can start integrating this skill into your games. It is just so effective at eliminating an opponent team's offensive pressure that all top teams have already mastered this skill so that they can compete. If you want to see an incredible team apply this, watch Northern Gaming. Each of Maestro, Remco, and Mystic are all capable of doing this. So that's going to wrap it up. Have a good one.